Hi everyone. Thanks for looking at the website and hopefully looking to purchase. So this video is going to guide you through the process, maybe highlight some areas that you need to be aware of, and just basically show you how everything works. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is going to go and create an account. So we're logged into obviously Checkmate 1500plus.com. I have to look. And we click on login. Right, now as you can see I'm already got an account, but I'm actually going to create a complete new account, and you can see there's a video here. Now this video here is probably going to be replaced with this one, so you know. Right, so I'm going to put in here my so I'm going to save that. Right, now what it's telling me is it's sent an email to my email address. Okay, so you can see here I've got my link, and you click on the activate link, which I'm now going to do. Okay, so you can see what it's done is it's created me an account with the login and my email address, and my new password is right. So I'm going to copy that. Just going to copy the password, okay, and what I want to do is I want to change that password. So I'm going to click change password. No, actually no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out. I'm going to change password. I'm going to put that one in. Right, now I'm going to paste that one that was a preset one. Okay, it's an 8-character randomized one. Okay, so I put my new password and I've confirmed it and I've changed it. So now I'm logged in. Okay, you can see. Now I'm not going to bother saving that. Right, so what I want to do now is increase the size of this a bit so it's a bit easy for everyone to see. Oh, let's let me close that one and close that one. Right, so now we're actually logged in. If I go to account, you see photo unavailable. Now you can, I'm not going to go through all of it. In fact, I'll go through some of it actually. One thing we need to do is we need to put in our address. So this is very important, obviously. I know I'm not going to give you my address. Right, so select country. Right, United Kingdom. PayPal email. You don't have to worry about that because it's not really used now. So I'll go save. Right. So now I've got that. My details are updated. Now I can upload a picture if I want to. So what we can do is, if you want to. See, now I've got a picture up there. Great. But now you can see it's my orders, edit my account, software, ignore the software registration, okay? Change password and log out. So let's go to my orders. Now when you log in, first of all, you'll see my orders. Now I haven't bought anything. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So that's the login, creating an account, etc. That process. Fairly straightforward. Occasionally we do have problems where the reset password doesn't arrive. If you have that issue, contact me because I can send you the link and we can work around that for you. It's only last week actually we started having problems with they're not always getting there. So if you do have that problem, just get in touch and then we can sort that out for you. Right. So what I want to do now, obviously we've got if I go to products, so we've got, this is the main site. You can have a look all around the site. We've got lists for, like, for example, the Checkmate Garage. Basically, this is products. It's under sections, tells you more about the products and so on. Now, probably the most important bit, hopefully, is that you'll be buying something. So let's go and place an order. Oh, let me go. So newsroom, it's not used an awful lot. Now that I'm full time, I'm going to start using this a lot more. Basically, it's stories. You'll see these stories actually go back to the days when I was doing AROS. There's loads of stuff in there about AROS. because this is based on my document management system, which I wrote 12 years ago, so it's been running that for a long time. Videos, click on videos. There's a load of videos you can have a look at here. So here's one of the latest ones. Here's a campaign. Some nice, lots of videos in there. Might help you, convince you to purchase a case. Then there's about us, an account. So let's go to the shop now. What I want to do is, let's say I'm going to order. It's a fairly straightforward order. I'm going to build a 500. Now you can see the plus cases come in all different versions because they have different backplates on them. So I'm going to go for an Amiga 500. Have a look at that. Yeah, that looks good to me. And then you see here it says add to cart. Okay, so now what happens is it's now loaded this up. And as you can see, it's got the case in there, but what it's saying is, are you missing these? Because if you buy the case, especially for PC, it's not so bad, because you probably won't need the other bits. But if you're building an Amiga, for example, like you picked an Amiga 500, you really need probably to think about getting one of our power supply and controller boards. Now you've got different options. So there's his power supply. So I'm going to have one of our power supplies. They're not expensive. So they're a lot cheaper than actually about half the price of buying an Amiga power supply. So it's actually not a bad price. And you can either get the ATX board and get the one with the Zorro slot. But let's say we're going to add the ATX adapter. So now what we have, we've got 3 products in now. Okay, and if I click on the view invoice, you can see it's going to overdue. Now it hasn't got delivery address because I haven't done that bit yet. But you can see what's happened to it. It's got the prices in here. But as soon as you kick over £250 of products, it instantly knocks off a discount. Okay, now that varies during time, but usually it's about 7.5%. And you can see it's taken off £19.83. That's just to help, hopefully, with shipping, that kind of thing. So also because I'm in the UK, you see I've got my my VAT. Now, if we're shipping abroad to Europe, now let me cover the question of Europe. Obviously, around the world, everywhere outside the UK, we ship excluding VAT. So we don't charge you VAT. When it gets to you, your country will obviously potentially charge you VAT. Now, most countries, it's EU this is the key thing for. So all the EU countries have their own VAT, and so when it arrives, you'll get an email, or when it's in the country, you'll get an email from the courier, and they will say to you, right, you need to pay VAT, which obviously you've not been billed here, and we do make this clear all the way through, but you've not been billed here, so you need to pay that. But there's also, sadly, there is also an administration charge. And it varies between 10 to 15 euros. Hopefully you'll appreciate that £20 discount has helped you with that. But you have to pay that before you get it. So that really is the only thing from an EU perspective, or from outside of the UK, is a bummer basically. But yeah, so 10, 15 euros it seems to be. So that's what you're going to pay. Right, so we've got all that on there. But you see, I haven't got an invoice number and we haven't got the delivery address. Now, the delivery address, you'll see here, if you go look at the top, you can see there's ticks. Okay, you've got a tick here, right? Main details is entered, customer details, delivery address is not done, and terms and conditions have not been ticked. And you have to get these all ready. So let's go into delivery. Now you don't have to type this all in, but it may be you've got a different delivery address to your home address. If you're going to use the home one, just press use customer details. It'll reload the page. We scroll down. Now you can see those details have been loaded in. So it's really straightforward. Terms and conditions. You're still not getting the payment links, as it says here. Payment links appear when 4 X's are shown above. So what we need to do now is we need to tick on the term. You can read the terms and conditions if you want to, by all means. Obviously, they're nothing nefarious. So we tick that, press save. Now what we've got here is, you can see here we go, the payment page. I obviously can't run you through that because it's different for yourselves. But you can see here, there's the price, there's the discount applied. if I do click on that, it will take me, and it says, okay, so you can see what it's saying, submit for card payment. Now, it basically takes you to this page. I can't go through this because I'm not paying for it, obviously, but you just go through the process, and then it's paid for. Once it's paid for, and you've completed it, if I go back to my orders, you can see it's not ticked. Now, what normally happens once you've paid 9 out of 10 times, it will come up and it will show, as you can see here, well, this will be gone. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it takes a little while to sort out the payment and it drops the session. So if that happens, I'll know about it already because I get the payment email. If you've paid, I get the email and I just go in and mark it manually. Let me just take you through some of these other options in here, so things that are quite important. Add to waiting list. So basically, what does that mean? So if you've not got the money to buy it yet, but you want to go on a waiting list, you can fill out your order and not pay for it. And if you could tick that box, then I can check. So if I've got a load of stock coming, I can email people to say, yeah, the stock's coming, you can go and pay for it, and then you can jump on and pay for it. Now, it does, obviously the people who have paid in advance get theirs first. So it's if there's some left, which there usually is, but if there's some left, then I'll contact people and then you'll know when it's ready so you can order. Bank transfer is just on the invoice. There's some details at the bottom. Let me know first. Auto discount, well, you can see auto discounts there. You can view the order invoice. If you obviously, for example, say you ordered a pack and it comes with keycaps are free. Now the keycaps are my choice of colour. They're white. They might be white and beige, white and grey. So you might want to put a note on there, say, can I, if they're available, can I have the white and grey, or you want the white and beige, and you put a note on there. Or if there's a problem, any kind of problem, don't email me and then think that I'll remember that when it comes to shipping your order. Anything you want me to remember, stick in the add note to order. Okay, that's very important. But that's basically it. Once you've done it, once it's paid, as you can see, I've changed this. Now what it comes up with is it's now saying about your European Union customers. So I suppose the top bit's quite important. That our average turnaround is 2 weeks. So we're not a dealer. So we're not like we don't just buy from manufacturers and then sell them. We manufacture. So it can take a couple of weeks, between a week and 2 weeks, for us to get them out to you, depending where you are. I tend to do a shipment every 2 weeks, and that's probably the best way of putting it. And so you get into that list. If parts are not in stock, obviously it depends how long they're going to be. Usually we'll have in the date, we'll say when we expect them to come in, and that'll be how long you wait. But it can take 2 to 3 months to manufacture cases specifically. Other products maybe not quite so long, but just bear that in mind. That's about it really. Thanks for, hopefully that's fairly clear. Thanks for taking the time to order. And if you are in the EU, as I mentioned earlier on, was about the I know a huge number of people have stopped ordering from EU, and I do understand. The reality is not what you think. The reality is, instead of me charging you VAT, your country will charge you VAT on the way in. The only annoyance is the handling charge, the administration charge. Couriers do that on all products, so there's not much you can do about that. If they have to process it, there is a charge. But yeah, so there we go. So thanks very much for taking the time to order, and we'll get the product out to you as quick as possible. Thanks so much. The Checkmate 1500 Mini and Plus cases are mostly engineered and manufactured in the UK. They're designed to give a nice retro inspired vibe on your desktop. The 1500 Plus is the biggest of the cases, and designed to be able to take much bigger motherboards inside. So this can take a micro ATX as well as mini ITX if you want to build a PC. But also, with the correct rear panel, you can fit an Amiga 500, an Amiga 1200 and an Amiga 600 and build your ultimate Amiga rig. The Mini is designed to take mini ITX motherboards. but don't think that limits you. Yes, you can build a PC, but also you can put in many custom motherboards from the retro scene, like the Mystics, which takes a DE10 Nano, one of our DE10 Nano fitting kits, a fitting kit for the Raspberry Pi 4, and other systems that are coming on stream right now. The Checkmate Garage was inspired by our new monitor developments. The reason being, if you've got a 500, 1200, an Atari ST, BBC Micro, or any of the all-in-ones, it's nice to be able to put the monitor directly above and tidy up your system. However, exciting new product is our new range of monitors, 17 and 19 inch retro inspired monitors with loads of input, but also capable of taking an all-in-one computer internally. The monitor will come to Kickstarter hopefully August, September time. If you want to go on the mailing list telling you when it's ready, please point your camera at this QR code and it will take you to the page, which will then allow you to press a button to add yourself to the mailing list. The monitor is an important part of this company's strategy. Large amounts of development work are being done and it will be like nothing you've ever seen. So hopefully it will pique your interest and you'll back us on the Kickstarter. Let's come to Patreon. Patreon is a very important part of this project. What we're planning with Patreon is, if you are a Patreon backer, whatever you've invested in Patreon to help us, we will put up to 5% of an order. So you get an extra 5%, but that's the whole order. It doesn't matter what you've ordered. It doesn't even matter if you don't back us on Patreon anymore. Hopefully you'll come back, but we'd want to show our gratitude to all those who backed us in the past. You'll see their names ticking by in this video. But I also know this is not just about people wanting discounts on products. They want more content from myself. So what you're going to see is a lot more videos from me, because now that I am full-time on this project, I'll have more time to spend on it. So I can give you videos of my computers. You'll notice I do have a reasonable collection and I'm going to talk you through them. This is something that was at the top of the list for people who back me on Patreon. Not everyone does it to back the new projects. So how come I've got more time? Well, for the last 15 years I've worked for a company called Web Labs, and they've been absolutely fantastic. In fact, none of these products would have existed, and I'm going to stick their logo up here. I want to thank them, and going forward we'll probably still work with Web Labs and do some further development. But ultimately I want to concentrate on this project and hopefully make a success of it. And let's hope I can be doing this for many years to come.